Howdy, everybody. This is LiquidOtacon, and as always, joined by ETPC.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us today. It is February 21st, and we're trying to see if we can't get away with 2 streams today, this month.
Two of them.
So we got some awesome new artwork here for my desktop. It's also a standby screen that we didn't get to quite see, but this was made by Spiggy, one of our 2D artists.
So good.
Definitely love it. It was made for a Newgrounds cartoon, I believe, that hasn't quite come out yet. So definitely, once it comes out, I'll be linking to it and stuff like that. Definitely
Oh, for
excited,
sure.
and
Yeah.
I just love it. It's so good.
It's got that like John K look to it. So hard.
So today, well, it's clean because don't be fooled. So today, we're gonna work through a bit of the hotel and Dark Hotel, and work on some more of that merge and cleaning up some of the areas around here. Of course, I will, go over what work has been done so far and just, give a kind of level overview as it is right now, and then we'll
Mhm.
kind of just start slowly into working in things. We might get a updated look at the penthouse because this is another thing we've been feverishly working on over the past couple weeks.
Oh
So
God, yeah.
I might show you a slightly older version, but it's still within the last couple days. But we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
so yeah, we'll start with showing off the merged hotel here, making sure that works. Again, let me know about
And
audio.
yeah,
Um,
because we actually have added a new part to the streaming kind of tool chain we have. Liquid, you bought a EVGA XR1 Lite, correct?
yep.
Yep. So we're trying to kind of figure out solutions to bring you guys better and better streams. So let us know what like the audio's like, the video's like. Give us any feedback you have so we can make these things better.
Yeah, so I can try
And
to adjust them.
yeah. So honestly, right now, like I unmuted the stream for a moment. It sounds fantastic, and
Awesome.
the frame rate looks really good.
Yeah, awesome. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and reconnect so we can get that the nice selling of the new intro to Hotel.
Oh yeah.
So good.
So good. Sound is solid. Awesome. And hey, folks in the chat, Ben, I see RTS for the first time. Hey, Frosty Moon Tips. Ben asks us, guys, what are the gates we doing a live stream of Phantom Fury? I can't think of anyone I'd rather watch it with than you guys. You know what?
Sure.
I'd be totally down for that. I
Yeah.
would love to see that game and like see what it's like. That'd be really fun, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be down to
Yeah.
do something like that. That could be fun. We've done a couple variety streams, so I would be
Yeah.
interested in doing that.
For sure.
So here we have this set up, and I tried to kind of like show a little more of a trail of where they came from now too.
Right on. Hey, Uncle.
Hey, what's going on?
Doing all right.
Good so far. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just turn you up now, or see if I can turn you up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got you at 200%. You're nice and clear. You're just a little quiet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Ben also says maybe lower the sound of the game like a smidge so we can hear voices better.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go to like there with the game.
Appreciate the endless patience, guys.
Yeah.
I know that previous streams the audio has had some issues, and hopefully now that we got this cool new setup, things should be rock solid from here on in.
Maybe I should add like a little encounter here somewhere. I don't know.
But didn't there used to be at one point?
So that is nope. So basically, the new path is supposed to be. Now you come down to him, and he automatically triggers and talks with you.
Yeah.
Dude, it is weird not being able to hear the game at all. I gotta figure out how I can pipe that in too. Oh, something I've been starting
We're not a
to
fan
set.
of these newfangled talkie dukes.
Something I've been starting to set up. I think I swapped these out already. A bunch of these were. Ooh, I'm less positive now. Yeah, okay. I started working on it, but I must not have saved that version. I started swapping these out with the new actor classes I made, where they actually give you stuff.
Hey, Comedy.
So, some of what we're going to be setting up today too is basically you're trying to get into here to activate a bud bot to lead you into the bud bot hatch, which is a little different than it used to be before. And so we need to get into this room. So we're going to go ahead
And the reason we're doing that too is interesting because it's actually being driven by a lot of feedback we got in the first slice, where people generally thought that was kind of the better path that made more sense to them. So we decided, hey, you know, that actually seems like a much more fun and dynamic path, and also it makes a lot more sense like when you think about it. So we really try to take in all the feedback we get and respond to it appropriately.
Now I think, yeah. So now you can see
Hey there, Flash fan.
that this door is being pounded on. You should be able to hear it too. Again, it's weird not being able to hear it myself. But now, so if I walk over to grab this med kit here.
I've got balls of steel.
It's funny, the game audio is actually crystal clear on the stream.
Well, that's good. I'm glad for that.
Hey, Z Nukem.
Oops, I did it again.
I'm good. How about y'all?
What's up, Swollen? So yeah, this is cat aggro. This is unfinished as of just yet, but like I said, you're gonna activate a bud bot here, and then the same trigger that used to happen before, where the snatch gets spawned and then tries to kill him, and then tries to get you to let him into the room, is still gonna happen. Just needs to be finished getting configured.
Yeah.
But I've also been doing a bunch of cleanup and stuff like that, like
My kung fu's the best.
you can come in, bud. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sure the pet owners understand.
Super distracted. Oh yeah, these doors are messed up, as you can see. That's where the handle shows up for them for some reason.
Yeah. As always, everything is a work in progress. Yes.
That's actually, those are original. That's the original door even.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's because of the way they made them.
Okay.
Hey, stop. Scratching on my chair. These are actually all meshes now.
Oh hell yeah! That's gonna be way better for the engine.
Don't know why that one fell to the floor, but.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Buddy. And then to place through like before, you know, you activate that bud bot, it leads you into over to here. And like ETPC said, it was mostly because we kept getting feedback of what players kept asking what they were supposed to do with the robots, and it's like, well, I'll tell you what you're supposed to do with the robots. Follow it, because that's what people wanted to do anyways. And I get it, because they're so fun and small, and little beep boop friends. So
exactly, we love a beep boop.
So now
Robots are cool.
right.
Robots are cool,
Groovy.
especially when they're friend shaped.
Yeah, exactly.
Should I do an all ammo and forgot? Well, I wonder why it gave me acid and dragon rounds. That's weird.
Stork here asks, just topped in. You guys can be showing maps and tidbits you haven't seen today. That's the plan. We're hoping to
You rat bastard.
some work on some stuff, answer any questions y'all might have, and kind of show off some stuff we have in development.
New content.
Exactly. We said at the top of the show we're planning to show off even more of our Penthouse modifications and additions, and we're really excited about that one.
Oh hey, they're fixed now. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's our custom animation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a custom animation, and before it was messed up and they were making it up properly.
Yeah.
That got fixed too. I wonder why the lighting is so fucked up.
Stuff that can be.
That mate's name was Ruben.
I
Yeah,
guess.
the random name generator is still problematic at times.
What's wrong with Ruben?
You know what? Great point. I take it back.
I mean, hey, anybody can be named anything.
Exactly. It just, I'm upset it reminded me of lunch, and I had a small lunch.
I'd buy this for $1.
I told
That's
you
the real
that
reason.
you had a good lunch, man. This
I've
guy.
been having big
somehow.
breakfasts lately. That's been my thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
what's been
I've been having egg Ritos, which is where I take an egg and I wrap up broccoli, tomato, spinach, a little, like one strip of bacon, and it just does me the entire day, covered in salsa.
Oh hell
Good
yeah.
shit. Good way to start the day.
Yeah.
New hardware.
Ben says, I finally got the editor run, just had to run 2001, then changed DirectX 8, and the editor wouldn't load, just in case I'm the only random weird experiencing that.
Oh, so the issue is that you need to change it to run. So the editor, you don't want the editor running in DirectX 8. You can, but it's more problematic. You want to actually run the editor in OpenGL. In order to do that, you need to delete your player profile, and then delete your dukeed.ini file within your system folder, and then it'll fix itself.
Yep.
Nothing like on the fly IT.
Stork Hair says, not sure it's quite like for everyone, but we're apparently quiet and the game audio is still too loud, so
Okay.
turn the game down a bit more. Thanks, Hair. We're actually we are working on getting the audio dialed in.
Yep.
As I mentioned at the top of the show, we have a new streaming device that we're still
Sorry.
kind of shaking down on the fly.
Give me a second here.
Dark Hotel is the lighting is broken because it's currently in the process of being adjusted. And
Yeah,
as
I
always,
just
everything's a work
adjusted
in
the lighting
progress.
upstairs, and apparently I adjusted more the lighting upstairs. Okay, I can't turn myself up anymore. I can
that's
turn
weird.
the game down
The
more.
wonders of technical difficulties.
I'll turn the game down more, and I will turn you guys up more.
Hello, I'm talking now.
Yeah, now you guys come in about the same level as I do, and the game is like...
Ah,
Hello.
With the game even a little quieter. Sorry for coughing everybody.
howdy, everybody.
There, we'll try that. We'll
Trying
try
to do
that.
my best,
There's
Tim
no
Rogers.
way that the game
Hello.
will be too loud now.
Yeah, much better. Okay.
There
Our
we go.
sec-
Now can you
radio
hear the
check.
fellas? Much better.
Yeah, good. Good.
Aiden Watkins asks, hey guys, first time catching you live. I know you probably get asked this question constantly, but how far along is the first slice update? Are you waiting to release the whole thing by a loop a bit? So we did release the first slice back in, December of 2022. So it's the entire first chapter. However, our next major release we're building to is going to be the entire first episode, which I know I always get this wrong. It is the first 5 chapters, correct?
Thank you. Yep, it's the first 5. Yep.
Okay, I got it right this time. So yes, the next release will be the first 5 chapters, though we're planning to do a small release between them, and not like a huge chunk of playable content, but a lot of fixes we need to ship that would allow for people to have a smoother experience and
Yeah.
some cool improvements too.
What we've deemed it as is we're going to have we may have some feature updates in between.
Yes.
Now and the actual
Yeah.
full-blown episode 1 shareware release.
Exactly. Yeah. How many levels are there, though? Do you mean in the first slice, or what we're planning for episode 1?
Like how many levels have been worked on? Like how many levels are actively in development right now? I would say like, depending on your wording, because there's some complicated things. I would say that.
Oh, full release.
Oh, we don't know how many
Uh,
levels there will be in the full
yeah.
release.
Because the further we get into the game, the more we kind of have a lot of canvas to fill, so to speak. Things get a lot more kind of gray boxy.
I'll tell you what, if people are showing up that haven't been here for a minute, let's go ahead and do this even.
Yeah.
That was about what the new stuff with the hotel is right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no worries, Ed, and glad you asked it, because there's always going to be someone who hasn't heard that before and likes being, educated on it.
Yep.
We're always glad to give some info.
Exactly, that's what we're here for.
Okay, this is.
How you guys feeling about the dragon? Oh. Nope, it looks fine on our end.
Okay.
We see the taskbar and the title bar, but that's about it. It's not like letterboxing like black bars, though.
There aren't black bars to the left and right?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Historic Hair asks, how are you guys feeling about the dragon rounds? I know you mentioned they are tests for now, but I'm excited to play with them for sure. Still kind of on the fence about them. We're still kind of playing with them. Also, check out that shadow.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, yeah. Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
This is the new Skybox 2. This is the new 3D Skybox October has built.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally
so we got some actual meshes in there.
Yep, he's literally taken the 3D models from the Las Vegas Boulevard and turned them into individual models here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to see more of it here later too. And
so the Dragon Breath rounds are kind of like, they're us playing around with new ideas for kind of weapon types and things like that.
Yeah, I originally created them as a test to see if I could.
Yeah, exactly. We're still experimenting with that stuff. Silence rounds, are you sure you don't mean the piercing rounds? The piercing rounds do have a function in-game as anti-shield rounds, basically. But in terms of, like, will we give them more things to do? I assume that's the plan.
Right.
We want to make sure every weapon has, and every weapon type has its own purpose in kind of the combat loops. Fighting looks great. New skybox is dope. Hell yeah. How can you put a silencer in Desert Eagle? Very carefully.
Lots of tape.
Yeah.
So we got a slightly new sequence here, but it's a familiar one at that. So
yep.
now you disable the power by solving this little puzzle here to kind of reinforce that later on you will have to, do other similar puzzles like that.
Mm-hmm. Can you give an NPC a weapon? So
it's actually a really fun thing. Duke himself could not directly give an NPC a weapon. However, we do have a new feature that is still in testing, but it seems more and more promising as the time goes on. The NPCs may in the future be able to pick weapons up and use them themselves.
Yeah, we can flag certain NPCs as like, I think the Boolean is just B is packing, I think.
Ah, yes.
It's also this now.
Yep.
So the machine, although it may not be, I don't think it'll actually dispense another one if I have a drink waiting for me.
Yeah. So you guys talking about a Half-Life 1-2 like security ally system or something? Yeah, I mean we're definitely gonna have sequences where you have friendly NPCs.
Yeah. So this is still, he's rebuilding the desk, which is why all this is like this.
Yeah.
So that sequence, dude. I like that. I love the new foyer. Too.
I know.
It looks so good.
It's so good.
And now all of the snatched that were kind of lying around have gotten back up. Whoops. I saw that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, bye.
Go back.
That was not supposed to happen. Well.
That's fun.
Well.
Well, there you go.
Love it.
Live demo, folks. You won't see this at Summer Game Fest or whatever.
Technology.
Summer Game Fest.
I was talking with a friend recently about like how many damn shows there are in the summer now, because it's Summer Games Fest, there's Opening Night Live, and there's like Gamescom proper, and I think there's also like a fourth thing.
Yeah.
So my friend was like planning to go to Gamescom because like, oh, I'm gonna be in Europe anyway for a wedding, may as well go to Cologne.
We got these again. A little more easier on the game now, though. Only one of the audio.
Yeah.
Videos is playing.
Yeah, Smacker codec is not performant in the least.
Especially not with the way I made these original Smackers. I definitely have to revisit them.
Yeah, you know, it's a learning process.
Well, that didn't break.
Havoc, regarding your question, the answer pretty much is that like it's pointless to really even contemplate. If it happens, it happens. But until then, we're just gonna keep going.
Yep.
We're gonna keep chugging until somebody that has more money than us says otherwise.
Yep. And then tomorrow we come back with a completely original IP because we like working together.
Yep.
Oh yes. Tight knit we are.
Probably working with Godot.
Probably.
Because that trench broomed Godot plugin is some tasty stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff there.
Oh, I love the window washer that gets like knocked down too.
Some
Ugh.
rain effects.
So good. Love the new ideas you guys showing for the levels. Thank you so much, Seba.
Oh, there's a texture.
Thanks for
I don't
working
have,
on this.
apparently.
Dream come true to be able to play this build. No problem, Pure Aquatica. And we'll provide much, much more.
Yeah, Gamescom is kind of the closest thing left to E3. I think I'd agree with that because I mean, like, is Summer Games Fest accessible to the public? I forget.
I believe so.
Because I know there is like a journalist day. I don't know if there's like an actual thing the public goes to. Duke's Patio is not OSHA approved.
Whoop.
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, no.
The new death effect.
Oh, no!
I forgot about that.
Oh my goodness!
I forgot he added a new death effect. That's good.
A live demo, as always.
You're seeing many magical things today, chat.
Yep.
Unfortunately, yeah, we're not doing all that again. So...
Flashfan asks in the Discord, are we actually adding new stuff like the Ripper and all that cool stuff?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, hey! October, hello!
Good
Why
morning.
aren't you sleeping?
I'm assuming he just woke up.
So yeah, I guess we said that. So I guess if we can officially say Ripper is gonna be in.
There we go. Okay.
I mean, we've been talking about it for a long while.
We have,
Still
we
funny.
have. I mean, it's not really a surprise to our longtime fans.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no,
I just tuned in on the stream. Do you want the latest version?
Sorry, I'm back.
Just tuned in on the stream. Do you want the latest version? No,
Oh,
I was,
yeah, yeah.
Working on. Might as well.
Yeah,
Let me see if there's probably gonna be some issue on it. So.
a little chaotic today. Sorry about that, folks. But
It's all good.
yeah.
Alright,
Something
okay,
else.
we
Something else I realized October. I think the version of Hotel you worked on, it was out of date. That you added the stay tuned thing to, because it doesn't have part of my. It's okay. The part that it's missing should be easily fixable. I just realized that I just came to the conclusion because there's like part of the floor in the one hotel room that's supposed to be there's supposed to be a bunch of movers there that get triggered and everything else like that, and that's all gone. But it should be easy fix.
Oh dear.
Uh, Hair, we don't have the Ripper implemented in the game. We only have some like sketches, basically. So don't get too excited.
Yeah, there is a model, but it's not finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The model is there, just not finished, which is why in that one armory that was shown off, there is an M16 in its place.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Ripper right there.
Spoilers.
Yeah, the Holoduke
Yeah.
will be the Holoduke will be implemented. I started working on it, but I haven't finished it. The Devastator also will be in the game. It just doesn't have a model yet.
Yeah, we use the RPG model for it. It's actually in the Stadium multiplayer map right now. Like you can pick it up.
Yeah.
A lot of
So
oldies
some
from
of
the
them will
3D
finish.
model, the 3D era is coming back.
I wonder if
Yeah.
some of the other stuff is in here, like
Pure
which
Aquatica
buttons on
asks, is the plan to work on each level until the entire game is playable? When do you decide to move on from one level to another?
When it's done.
when it's yeah, that is the only time it's really
say that?
that's
Can we
I
really-
When
feel
it's
like
actually done, when it actually flows well, when we feel that it actually is complete, and like Penthouse right now is basically almost there.
Yeah. When it
Yeah.
feels like a Duke Nukem experience.
yeah, we're not really a fan of normally saying that, but what it comes down
Yeah.
to it is that level design takes time.
These things, they take time.
So something I can show off a little bit here. This is something like we were talking about, like that feature update. This is one of those things we would like to kind of try to deliver to the community here. So something that we have is work in progress while he's getting that map ready for me is we've started working on multiplayer variants of all of the weapons. So before we had this little map here that had all of the respawn timers and ammo type or ammo amounts and everything else set for all the weapons here. But now with the new multiplayer weapons, so if I go to the chainsaw here and expand it, I now have the MP Duke chainsaw. So this chainsaw, if I place it on the map and then autoplay, it automatically glows. Obviously, I have to raise it a little bit, but it automatically glows and rotates like the other multiplayer like all of the official Restoration Project multiplayer maps have. That way, we can all try to have a more uniform and cohesive multiplayer community where we have, all the same kind of, a standard respawn time, a standard weapon setting, that kind of thing. We hope that it'll also does the chainsaw arm have a fuel port? Yes.
Groovy.
Yep. Because it is literally a chainsaw. Show off the new animations there if people haven't seen them. They're actually not new animations.
Yeah.
They're restored animations, but
Yeah. Still awesome.
fun.
Heck yeah.
You said you sent that to me?
The biggest map in terms of files at the moment, the one I sent Liquid for reasons.
Yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah, I need to.
I gotta go ahead
That
and do
one-
this really quick. Because I gotta open up Discord.
Ben asks, will we ever see the concept art you guys have put together? We'll probably publish more like concept art when we put up our next ModDB update, probably.
Yeah, this one would have to be done with the new model and with the new Las Vegas stuff. In time.
I hate that my mic mute doesn't work. OBS. October. This is crazy.
What?
This file size is unacceptable.
Yeah, well, it's outside of my control, but I can fix it once. I mean, I'm working on it, and it's almost.
Okay.
Fesh says, hopefully the Hoover Dam levels aren't too hard to work with. Was looking at some of them earlier and seeming to get lost very easily. Yeah, I mean, we have plans for Hoover Dam. We're definitely going to put some, I don't know, October, would you agree that we kind of plan to put some guardrails up there to kind of shepherd the player a little bit more? I mean, technically it's not until episode 2, so we're not even really worrying about it too much yet.
Yeah, it's not really something we're working on too much just yet.
The whole idea is having a foundation that is gonna work. And,
yeah.
Oh, gotta get that done first.
To answer your question, it requires foundational work at the moment.
I like that you cleaned up in here.
Yeah.
So that door is still gonna open.
This door still doesn't open, right? That's what you said?
It's opening right now. I don't think I noted it. Whatever. Oh. That part has been changed. Some things don't work, like what's the name? The surfaces like the mail still don't work. So you'll have to probably no capture that right now until I do the import.
I was also surprised how much the general layouts were done. I was having a blast exploring the environments, even if there wasn't any action going on in most of the maps. Yeah, totally. Sparky says, regarding the piercing rounds, I think they should be effective against robot enemies, the Terminator guys. I believe that's also the plan, too, is we're going to make them like kind of like our anti-mech rounds, anti-shield rounds kind of thing.
Yeah, that's not meant to be broken yet, but you know, that's a...
Oh, that first part? Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because that's going to be the pole that prevents the player from going back through the...
Yeah. Ben says, didn't mind some of Hoover Dam in 2011. A bit more consistent with the enemies. It's funny when you open the editor, though. I always thought the piercing would be wall piercing and use it in tandem with thermal vision. That's probably...
Let's see.
Yeah!
Hey, and
oh, that's gnarly.
Woo! We all just laughed by the fact that this was not working in the other version. Not laughing. Not laughing. But...
Yeah, you can probably skip this one, don't worry. It's accounted for, Tim.
Oh yeah, this is accounted for?
Oh, it is gonna be. TM.
Okay, but if you like do stuff like that, that's not easy. You know what I mean? If people learn how to do it, whatever.
Speedrunners are gonna have so much fun with this map. I guarantee you, they'll figure out a way to solve it in like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and we're gonna be like, great. Can you guys talk at all about why there was a weird bit of the Duke 3D Theater in Duke's Penthouse original leak? Do you have any idea what the deal with that was? I assume you're talking about the Harrison Ford map.
So it seems to be
that was
like
a reference to Star Trek, was it?
Yeah, it's a Star Trek reference.
Yeah, 3D Realms were big Trek guys.
Oh, you can show off the vending machine that actually works.
Oh, we did.
The version I sent you was the old one. This was the updated one, quote unquote. Oh, of course the buttons are missing. Fuck. Oh, whatever. It's fine.
Is there any maps looked at in the leak I have no idea what to do with, or probably just cut? Nothing yet. Although, with the way we're going, we probably will merge a bunch of maps together. Don't like have that set in stone or anything, but like the Penthouse merge is definitely an experiment that's proving very fruitful in that regard.
You shouldn't have fucked with. That's me.
Yes,
like
it
showing
was like
us
a holodeck.
Yeah.
There are some specific maps that we want merged that we discussed, but for the most part, stuff like Chapter 2, for example, is gonna have mainly 2 maps that get merged.
Yeah.
The other ones don't.
It's one of the reasons why we decided against releasing like chapter by chapter updates, because you'd get to a point where you'd be getting an update that's like, you know, basically just a very small slice of content.
So this is, you can kind of see, this is the fruits of the merged penthouse.
Oh yeah.
You can see into the study now from the hallway it's connected to. Also, these aren't breaking.
Yeah, don't... Go walk back a bit. Walk back to the very beginning. Yeah? Okay.
It triggered to
let
fall,
it out.
but it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at my ass.
I wonder why also he
Really
sometimes is like
resist
this.
my ass.
He's just chilling.
He's just chilling. He's like, yeah, not a big deal.
I think it's an editor thing.
And now he's back to normal, you know?
Are you guys going to show the new Duke cave you guys teased on Twitter in this stream? Stay tuned. Take care, Sparky.
Same side, assholes.
I haven't added all the textures in this version, as you all probably noticed, but you're using the old texture package, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So the rain effect works.
Say it all together now. Everything is a work in progress and subject to change.
Case in point.
If you see it, it ain't done yet.
Yeah, it's not done until it's in your hands. Even then.
This part is still waiting on the specific stuff to get ready, so we can look in the finish and the port. Well, it's probably not gonna be finished for a while.
I have to go,
Fast.
unfortunately.
No
Oh,
worries.
take it easy and go
Take it
in.
easy, bud.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Have a good stream, everybody.
Thanks. I feel like maybe I should... I love how way out of whack the UI is on my 4K screen.
Hey, you know what? After playing so many old games on my new 4K monitor and having them have like UIs for ants, I'd rather have the UI be a bit weird and still readable.
You'll see smoke go off temporarily. That's because it's a test trigger. Don't worry about it. I was trying to get the effects in check.
Exactly.
If you look down, no, didn't. Okay.
Yeah, it's Unreal 1. It's Unreal 1 with some custom 3D artwork. Yeah.
So rooftops. I didn't hook up the music start yet because of I didn't
I'd buy this for
do the
$1.
thing you asked me to do yet.
That's okay. I feel like I should do this really quick. I should... Oh, I can't save. I kind of want to show off the new enemy AI. But I don't want to have to restart again and again. But we have some new changes to the AI that are cooking right now, and well,
Yeah.
the least to say is I am very excited.
I believe the words you said to me were, "This feels like a goddamn game now."
It feels so much different.
Yeah.
Hail to the king.
Still mad at the 7.62 M16. Yeah, I mean, this is... It's a time before gun nerds ruled supreme.
It's true.
It's a time before IMFDB existed. We've actually had early on discussions about if we should address that, and eventually we kind of decided, like, you know what? It's keeping in time to get that purposely wrong.
I make this look good.
Like, yeah, does it drive me crazy that the Desert Eagle has a clip instead of a magazine? Absolutely. But that's just what you did back then.
Don't forget to interact with the corpse. Free ammo. Then
Yeah.
kicks in.
Oh, back there.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says you have an ASMR voice, Otacon.
Oh, oh yeah.
I'm wondering on the state of the chapter act selection scene in the new game menu after seeing the combined maps. How's that looking? I don't think we've touched the main UI since like the Duke It Out update.
Yeah, that hasn't. Those maps aren't finalized yet. So
Yeah.
once they are finalized, then they'll get added to the main. They'll add to the main campaign like that. Yeah, they don't. So, they don't actually have like reformatted names or anything else like that either.
Yeah.
Although I'm pretty sure that we can set off the title card in the middle of a map. So
I tried.
Okay.
That couldn't get it to do. So we might have to sit down and look at that.
Yeah.
Will EDF shotgunners be nerfed? I was planning on come get some and it felt like I was taking too much damage.
Yeah, all the version and all the balance. That,
Yeah.
if you want to call it that.
Yeah, all the weapons have seen a rebalance. All ballistic weapons have seen some sort of rebalance.
Yeah. We want to make it challenging but fun.
Hi Dennis, you look different today.
It's not a clip, it's a Mac 11, yes.
Hey, Otacon, you should go down the elevator shaft.
Okay, but I'm warning. I just will say if it's an audio cue, I actually can't hear the game. So.
No, you should go down the elevator shaft.
You also notice, folks, that we also changed Dennis's model a bit. So I think we decided the old man model we're going to use for someone else. So
I mean, it was always a temporary model.
Yeah. Yeah.
Temporary look, rather.
So say hello to the new Dennis.
Like that old man model is the default one, and they were using it.
Oh, what? October, you madman! Oh, that's so cool. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's great. Love it.
So now if anyone ever asks if we plan to add secrets, there it is.
Yeah. Oh man, this thing's heavy.
I'm not familiar with Unreal 1. Can you have interchangeable packs like using the Duke 3D weapons, or is it somewhat hard-coded?
Yeah.
So DNF uses its own kind of weapon code versus the way Unreal works, because I think it's all ruled under DN weapons.
So DN weapons is a extension of weapon from the original weapon Unreal class.
Right.
And then each of the weapons themselves are extensions of DN weapon.
Yeah.
The plan is to expose the damage on the MP weapons so that players can make mutators so that they can change the weapon values, the weapon damage values easier.
Can you jump and throw it? Does it?
I think so. I'm trying to use it against these guys though. We've had more than enough time to get it into place.
I feel like when I test so boringly because I just play it with guns. I don't
Oh,
like...
they weren't in position though. What the fuck?
Oh, hell yeah!
So I gave them a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
New hardware.
I love seeing
Yeah, we
physics
need to have
objects
their
as
trigger
IEDs.
be like here or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like right here. Or right here right now.
Do rooftop tennis courts exist? Yeah, absolutely.
They do in this world for sure.
These ones still need to get their models once.
Yeah, only one of them was wrong.
These three stooges.
Oh no, they all were wrong.
I would fully believe that there is someone who has absolutely more money than brains who thinks a rooftop tennis court is a great idea.
Why isn't it, you know?
Exactly.
So when I discuss what I actually want to do with this area, W4 said I'm a dick. And says he wants to implement that thing, so that's gonna be fun to eventually have work as I want it to.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
he does like the idea of the,
Yeah.
yeah, oh, that's cool.
Take it easy, Z. Thanks for stopping by.
And all of the things that done here, you could say I'm a dick, actually. Like what he did when he saw the final part.
Are there plans for secret levels, the next release, final release? Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Just it's not gonna be the quote-unquote secret level that you saw in the first.
No, no, that's a story level in I believe that'll probably be an episode 2 story level.
Nice.
It crushes you if you stand on it.
If I stand on it.
Yep.
Like
You keep trying to get him killed when the man can't like load a save.
Oop. I don't need to
Oh
stand on
my
it.
Uh-oh.
god.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to stand on it. No shit is gonna kill me.
Culling moment.
Yikes.
Duke really needs to jump off the roof with the fire hose wrapped around him, yeah.
Jesus.
Has Die Hard gotten a 4K release? Let me... It's gotta be, right?
At least the music from this point is hooked up completely. Oh.
It's a good day to die.
Yeah, I should probably own Die Hard in 4K.
I feel
We're gonna
like
look into
we
why
should
every once in a
probably
while. Oh?
we should probably make it so they don't have ammo on them when they die because
Oh, yeah,
I am
absolutely.
fully stocked.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah.
have their guns on them to drop the ammo, but the actual ammo on them is crazy.
Wait, isn't
Maybe.
episode 2... Sorry.
Good.
Saba's asking, wait, isn't episode 2 zone 2 of episode 2 is zone 1? In that case, E1 L1 will be in episode 4 since it's Z4 L3 if you keep it where it
E1L1,
was.
E1L2,
It's honestly
E1L3, E1L4,
Possibly,
E1L5.
some of it is honestly possibly going to change anyways.
Yeah.
Because some of those are like, as I've said before, Douglas Adams chapters, where they're like, okay, episode 3 is just the, like,
Yeah.
desert or whatever, or just the boat ride. Whoa, fuck. That's what I get.
And again, like, the Penthouse is proving that we can smash their levels and still have the game, like, chug no problem.
That's still change, good improvements that we made. Yeah.
We...
Oh,
It's kind of good you can do it.
Oh, no.
Third time's the charm.
I'm going to overshoot it now.
There you go. Oh, that's a good question. Does Duke still happen around April 1st, like 2011?
Groovy.
I can't see why it wouldn't. I mean, it's raining. It looks kind of like it's spring.
I don't think that's been determined.
We'll put a pin in that.
Damn, I make this look good.
Don't use the one in... Oh. Yeah, well, it's fine actually. You'll... Yeah, I haven't fixed that one thing.
What if I do this? Will it turn it off? Nope. Okay.
Just don't use the one in the CD. If you don't want to crash.
Is saving being worked on? Even with keeping it close, my C drive takes a long time to save. In addition to the fact that saves
Everything
each
is
time.
worked on
Yeah.
progress. Everything is work in progress.
Yes.
I feel slow.
We know that saving is a big problem, and we hope to address it very soon.
Hey, you fixed that.
Yay!
There's no time to explain. Trust no one. Get out of town. There's someone at the Slick Willie who can help you.
Duke's humidor got removed.
No, it got moved back
Nope.
to where it originally was.
Yeah. Because now you have
Roughly.
this whole sequence where you have to climb back into your locked office.
Yeah, Liquid, this is still...
Yeah.
The surface tags have not been applied yet. And this is still theoretical. Yeah, of course it
Oh,
doesn't work
no.
on the end. Yeah.
Buy this for $1.
what's supposed to happen is that trooper is supposed to kick down the door and breach and
Yeah,
clear and all
I
that
built
shit.
this with you. I built this with all the AI changes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the new AI changes brought into this build yet.
Yeah.
I could though. I could show them off.
Well, we could always show it off, yeah.
I should.
Oh, these little balcony snipers. Such a dick move, October.
Yeah, they were only on hard before.
And that was something I suggested to you ages ago, if you remember that. Oh.
Oh, oh! Use your medkit. Use your medkit.
Much better.
I like to live dangerously, alright?
Okay, you're gonna have to clip through. It's fine.
Yeah, we changed the art in study to have the 0 hour box art because we love that box art.
And it
That-
doesn't make
that
sense
was
of a
worth it.
Duke Nukem 3D poster anyway.
Yeah,
That was worth it, October.
yeah, that was worth it.
Oop.
We're not really considering the armor system. I know some people would like us to bring back the armor system. I think that was a 2003 idea, but we just don't really have much to work with in that, and it would require us to kind of redesign a lot of how the combat works.
Yeah.
Welcome, Duke. You have an incoming conference call from General.
I wonder if the music is gonna fuck off with the corner.
We have a situation. The city is under attack.
Yep.
We have intel that there is a parasitic entity capable
Like
of taking
this.
over a host.
Oh dear.
It has been unleashed
It's
across
okay.
the streets of Las Vegas. We lost
Work in progress.
The Earth Defense Force has been compromised.
Yeah, once I
This is why
define
we're just
the-
showing it off on stream and people can't play it yet.
Nothing about this makes sense. Why would they attack before the president attended the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah, the eye tracking is something that we'll fix.
Yeah, but and also if you want to think of it this way, basically 2011 still has the armor system. In 2011, as much as they like to make fun of Halo for having a recharge system and everything else like that, we now know that you have a set-based health, and then you have your ego in 2011, and your ego is actually what acts as your armor, because after that you still have like, I don't know, I don't remember how much it is, but you still have a certain amount of health after you run out of ego, and that health itself regenerates. And then so doesn't your ego too?
Yeah, your ego also regenerates. The ego is the only one you can see. You can actually see your health, like outside of like the bloody screen so real system.
Yeah, there you go. 45 health points. Start with 40 ego.
Yeah.
Yep. Not ready to show that off just yet.
Yep. Don't do it.
And then
I mean, you can-
this is what you've seen. But we're really not gonna look at that.
Perfect for home.
Yeah, let's not look at that.
And then this is broken, but
It shouldn't be broken.
well, it's not gonna take me to the right
Oh,
spot.
yeah.
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 But so fun.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, Ben.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah. You know what? Let's show off the new enemy AI. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah.
Give me a second here.
Seba asks, are you going to make Grave start where he is in this stream in a normal room in the EDF base and have him move into the bunker later in the game the situation gets worse?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we wanted to show that he was. Yeah, it was different. We
yeah,
liked
and
the
we plan to
idea
make
of him-
the calls more dynamic with like things going on in them too.
Yeah, that right now is mainly a swap of where the call is quote unquote supposed to take place, I guess.
Yeah.
If you go by the trailer.
The wallpaper the Otacon has is is made by Spiggy, one of our artists, for a Flash cartoon that they have allowed us to use for the project. That is pretty fucking neat.
I believe he actually made us a custom version. Our version.
Oh, he
is the
did?
Our version is the one that has the Las Vegas skyline in the background,
Oh, okay.
and the other version I think is something different.
Can you show any progress on the Strat, my favorite Vegas hotel in real life? No, there hasn't really been a whole lot of work done on the Stratosphere.
Yeah.
At least
We
like
have,
nothing ready to be shown yet.
yeah, not really. Like some of the ride up has been worked on, but even that will probably end up being tweaked past
Yeah.
what's already been done.
It's stuff that is impressive internally that we're excited about, but if we show it off externally, people are just gonna go like, I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, it's not gonna start yet.
Yeah. Yeah, the Stratosphere is a real place.
Meantime, well, real life is called the Stratosphere, and the air is called Stratosphere. But yes, it's basically the same place.
Yeah.
And we're gonna show off rooftops, of course, because rooftops is the best
Oh, of course.
action map to show off. We're gonna show off the old rooftops, just because. Well, yeah.
And you worked on a Las Vegas Boulevard? Yeah, there's actually been a ton of work on Las Vegas Boulevard. It's
Yeah.
still ongoing, but we're hoping to show it off in the relatively near future.
Yeah, I think we've shown it off a little bit.
Yeah, it was shown
Yeah.
off before. It was shown off before, and now visually it
Beginning
changed
of the
Right.
year, probably.
that far.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in December that we showed that off. Because the first slice, Las Vegas Boulevard, was
Rough.
at a very completely different philosophy from Wu was working, based on Wu was working on that. Whereas ever since I took it over, it changed in a very different direction, in a better direction, I would argue.
Okay, so here we go. We've got, this is the new enemy AI. See if I can get all the different things to show off. Ah, yes,
Oh,
this is where I was testing the shitting bull.
Yes. The shitting. The most
shitting.
important Boolean in the engine.
Spoilers.
So now, if I go like this, and then ghost, we should be able to see if we can
But
find
the
our AI
Thunderbolt's
friends.
actually working.
If we can find our AI friends. So basically, I guess I'll try to. Now, the enemies can actually retreat, and they actually have to reload, and they can actually lose sight of you. So if I, before in the game, if I were to run around this corner out of the sight of this guy, I guess I'm not out of the sight of him just yet.
Technically, he can still see you.
Yeah. I know it works. I've gotten it to work. Okay. That's him designating that he's retreating to a different cover point.
I'll say it again. Work in progress.
Duke Nukem's gonna make you his bitch.
Now, is that behavior that he's trying to find his friends there?
That behavior was he was trying to retreat.
Okay.
He got
That to me
injured.
read like he was trying to find his buddies to like help him out, and which, even though it's smoke and mirrors, is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah. Alright. Failing hardcore to parkour.
I'd buy this for $1.
Whoop.
Uh
Good
oh.
luck retreating there, buddy.
No.
He went to go over to the left, but then somebody else got in the way.
Oh.
You saw somebody reloading there. Oh, there it is, reloading.
I'm sure you're trying God mode in front of them. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Yeah, I could turn on God mode.
New hardware.
You want to live dangerously. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the point of a live demo if you're not live about it?
What's with the one Area 51 enemy, by the way? I was always wondering what he was doing in the demo. That's more of like an episode 3 thing, I think.
Yeah, but that's just a freezer EDF.
Yeah. Or I thought you were talking about the gray.
Oh, I assumed he was talking about the blue suited EDF.
Yeah. Oh, I meant the freezer. Okay. My bad.
Cool.
Well, freezer EDFs carry the freezer rays? Yeah, of course.
That's the idea. So yeah.
Same with incinerator units.
Stand down, Dennis.
We also fixed a weird issue where NPCs were like rubber banding, where if you like
Yeah.
talk to them from behind, they would just
I
like
need access
paper
to my
fold.
library, and you
Thank you,
need to get
W4.
out of here.
But yeah, fun stuff. Oh man, it's kind of even more ridiculous. It's going off the screen now. You can tell it's an old version. Still spots you out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, W4.
Yeah, love seeing them actually having to do more.
Combination of this chapter and 2011 rooftop chapter would have been good. Like a shootout, get the massive gun thing. Yeah, totally. I mean, just like. Yeah. I don't know. I try to be kinder to 2011 nowadays. Like, I think all of us on the team are in general. Because we know now that, like, just how big their tasks were to get that thing out the door and, like, retail ready.
Yeah. No, yeah, and I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's also just grating hearing the same
Totally, totally.
greasy Randy jokes and.
Well, again, like, we don't need to worry about Randy anymore. Now it's all about Strauss-Zelnick.
Right, just move the goalposts.
Exactly. I mean, hey, there's plenty of reasons to criticize Strauss-Zelnick nowadays.
So the skybox, is it all awesome? Oh, all these movers are not actually labeled skybox though.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate. So you can either select everything or you can add them yourself right now. Your choice.
We have a snow level multiplayer picks. It's actually a really fun level.
Bot moment.
Yeah, I got rid of the bot. How many times will Duke be knocked unconscious in 2001 RP?
Not sure yet. That is a discussion we recently had, though.
Yeah.
Not exactly that, but
At least one, maybe?
there's one in the build right now.
Yes.
I'll be satisfied saying that.
Yep.
I think it's everything, right? I selected everything. Looks good.
Check. No. Yes, you did. Okay.
Oh, so now we get into the real bacon the sausage.
Yup.
October, when you have not been toiling away in the Duke mines for days at a time, have you been playing anything recently?
RoboQuest with a friend, System Shock.
Right on, right on. I need to
Deceive
try
Inc,
out.
if you know that game.
What's that?
Deceive Inc, if you know that game.
Don't think I do. I do know I need to try that System Shock remake patch now that they've added the ability to be girl System Shock.
Does that run
I mean,
better?
now I can actually play it on the Steam Deck and on the PC. I actually
Yeah.
enjoy that. I don't know how they managed to launch without cloud, but hey.
I mean, they were taking long enough as is. Which part of the game Duke Burger will fall into, giving us a completely new level? That will probably be Chapter 4.
It's in Chapter 4, yeah.
Yeah.
We showed off some of that last stream.
Yeah. We showed up a really cool proof of concept with kind of showing off how we might hide Snatch from the player.
Yeah.
Until the player does something and then they go aggro. I've actually been taking a big break from shooters recently. I played through Undertale for the first time, which I don't know if anyone's heard of before, but that's quite a good video game. I played through it twice, and I'll never play it again.
I think I might have to adjust the skybox a little bit.
Yeah.
What the
What?
fuck is going on there?
Don't worry, it's just a Costco's opening.
Oh.
I wonder if there is a Costco in Las Vegas Boulevard in real life. There has to be, right? That seems like the place you put a Costco. Surrender to the cube. Yeah, we're actually pivoting from Duke Nukem Forever. We're making an Intelligent Cube remake now. Is Chapter 4 the Slick Willy one? Yes.
Where's the scrum button when you need it?
Oh, what the fuck? What happened? It did not.
Twitch unfortunately does not have scrunt functionality.
Properly at all.
Oh, don't tempt me, Slyland. I know I've said this so many times before, but this game really does give like Dreamcast vibes. No idea how you'd actually play it on a Dreamcast controller, but it's got those vibes. Yeah, but then you have like the inventory and stuff, and like all the like the usable terminals. Like, how would you map that to a controller? Like, you could like make a cursor movable with a stick, but who actually likes that UI? Like, honestly.
I mean, how I would do that? If whenever you press C on a terminal like that, you slow down the sensitivity, so it actually is more
Yeah.
precise.
Yeah.
Well, if that's what's
And it's something
going
we do.
on in October, watch this. So
Uh-oh.
this is how they all are right now. And I was like, oh, I gotta transform permanently before I copy them to a new map anyways.
Oh.
Boom,
they all get messed up.
That makes sense? Wait, that doesn't make sense. They should already been. I wouldn't have transformed them permanently. I don't think it matters to transform these permanently.
Yeah.
Well, when I moved them, they all got moved around, so I would agree with
Cube
you.
was a great movie, Ben. You're absolutely right. Fantastic horror movie.
I could swear I moved this over last time and it wasn't causing problems. Why is it doing it now?
Because we're live.
Yeah, that checks out.
Oh, hey, lurkers in the chat. Havoc's asking if things will be moddable in the final. Absolutely. We want to allow you to do literally whatever you want with the tools and code we contribute to this game. Take it easy, future.
But we would appreciate if you don't use AI for it.
Yes. If you use large language models for DNF, you go to hell before you die.
You're Dylan if you do.
Yeah, you go to hell and Dylan is your hell. You just hang out with Dylan for eternity. Do you want that? Port to the Wii U, use the gamepad. Honestly, that'd be
I'd
pretty
say
fun.
port it to the 3DS.
Chapter 3 would be the one motorcycle stage. I feel it could be compressed into one of the other chapters. It's only one map.
So we recently discussed Liquid and some other Liquidine and some other people discussed Chapter 3.
Yeah.
Which is what you're thinking about, and yes, it is a one map, but it's gonna be something based on what we
Yes.
discussed.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a bit longer to ever get shown off because that one we plan to handle last, I believe.
Yeah, because it's going to be tricky.
But I give Liquid a specific plan that works on how to handle that.
And
There's some other things we need to figure out along the way first.
Yes. I mean, I totally agree, Ben. If Dylan was written as like the way he was marketed to be, which is a soldier who grew up idolizing Duke Nukem, and you kind of had that like that camaraderie with him as he's trying to like emulate you being a badass, but he's also like, I don't know, unsure about himself or something. That could have been a fun character. That could have been like you could have done shit with that, but instead they didn't.
They had 5 minutes to write him as he was a replacement character.
Exactly, because Bombshell was to be there. I need to learn how to use the mapping tools. I can make a green screen map. Hell yeah, go for it.
It should be incredibly easy to do.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you have a green texture as is, so hey.
Yeah. Go nuts.
I mean, do we have one of those textures that's just like a color sheet?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take you basically 2 minutes. Generously.
Will Chapter 3 have the motorcycle or Elvis the pig in his car? It will have...
We discussed, based on what I discussed with Liquid, it's
Yeah.
still gonna have the car.
Yeah. The motorcycle is probably going to come later.
Jeez.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sound
Typing
effects
in
are
Duke
playing
3D noises. How could you?
Yeah. Just gotta do some sound mixing.
And we don't have any plans for a Dylan-esque character, rest assured. Like, we would like to have Duke to have, like, friends and allies, but we won't have someone like Dylan.
I guess he won't be back for the sequel.
Ba-dum-bum-ba-bum-bum.
I want to fix this so it's actually a proper Switch and not all this crazy shit.
You're gonna need this phone a replacement.
I just need to make it, yeah. I just need to
Well,
double-check
you
what all
always
the
wanted to do the
properties are.
bot change here, right? So it was a terminal.
Oh, that's right. So I can get rid of all that anyways. That's true.
Duke doesn't have friends. He has family.
Uh-huh. I can probably help you configure the PC stuff
It's okay. I
in
can
case.
figure out. I think I'm just gonna
So
end up having it be a power puzzle, because it's kind of how we've been portraying the power puzzles to be. They're used to reactivate the power to something. So I guess it makes
yeah.
sense to reactivate the power to the Budbot with a power puzzle.
Selen says still better entity spaghetti than the wooden planks in Half-Life Alex.
Oh, I have an idea, Liquid. I have an idea.
Okay.
So you make the desk. You remove the CRT. You make the desk a mover that opens, and he pops out a power puzzle that is a desk version, and he pops it out as and he basically raises it in front of you. I would need to make an example.
This is
in
supposed
case.
to. Okay, so I hear where you're coming, but this is supposed to be
You want to make
like.
it more quaint.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the room where like the maintenance workers are working with their greasy ass hands, and like they've been working in the robots all day trying to fix them and stuff like that. My plan was to like have like a mini like station for it right here, and have a deactivated one sitting in there, and then have the power switch there, and then basically when you activate it, it swaps out that decoration model for the actual Budbot. Because I don't think they have an off. Because Budbots are people too.
It's true.
Hashtag Budbots are people too.
Categories.
Get it trending.
Robot rights.
That ain't no joke.
Great news, everyone. Ben is saying, okay, I'm working on Dylan mod, then DNF Dylan story. I can't wait for Dylan Origins. If you actually do that, I will signal boost you on the Twitter account. That is a promise.
Okay, so this is clever. I like what W4 did here. So this guy here is a spawn point that he just made the display of the spawn point the actor.
Really?
It's pretty clever.
That's really kick-ass, yeah.
Because you don't want to like just have these entities exist for the most part, because unless they're disappearing quickly, like this guy here, having the entities exist and running their scripts at all times is just heavy.
I mean, we know internally what happens when you do that.
Yeah. I want to assume that W4 mainly did that because he wanted to visualize if that would look like.
Yeah.
Which you cannot easily do with a spawn point look per se. You
right,
ideally
no,
want
I think you're
that
right.
too.
Kind of want to see the inverse puzzle from the leak in action, says Sloan.
Which one was the inverse puzzle again? Was it?
Dude, it's so
That
hard.
one-
I've only completed it once.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where to put that. Don't worry.
I hate you.
I
hate
mean,
that puzzle.
okay, but listen to me, okay?
I'm listening.
I spoke before on what I want to do with buffet since we're doing the level from the start, because the version in first slice is very not representative of what we're doing.
Right.
And I mentioned that one thing I want to do with that area. You know, that area, TM.
Mm-hmm.
And adding that there as an alternative is good. You can waste your time with that, or you can waste your time exploding.
You know what? Okay, that's fair. I like that. Will you be able to use a medkit on the injured man? I think her name was Scotty. Actually, yes, we prototyped that. I think that ties into our plans for kind of like mini permanent health boosts.
Yes, although that's not working.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, it is
For
the
making
plan.
hooks or
Right,
that, but yes.
right now it even works. I think even maybe the art team has built me a first aid kit for it. I just haven't replaced it yet. But basically, you walk up to her. She tells you that she needs a first aid kit for her husband. And then you go over to here, and there'll be a first aid kit that looks similar to but visually distinct from the med kit, so you can recognize it as something for NPCs. And then you bring it to them, and then you would get, in theory, a permanent ego boost.
Mm-hmm. Seba asks, "What's the inverse puzzle?"
It's really obnoxious. I don't know how to describe it. I'll spawn it in
Yeah.
and show it, but let me.
It's like
rebuild.
It's like one of those like matching games, sort of, but also is something like a sliding block puzzle esque, like tier kind of puzzle.
We haven't exactly decided what everything that would give a permanent health boost, but the
Yes.
idea is yes, it would be things like helping people,
Yeah.
or doing heroic things.
Because Duke Nukem is a hero.
Yep.
I think there was one in the control tower in the EDF base chapter.
Okay, so we moved that around.
So another game I finished playing, well, started and finished playing recently, was Anodyne. I don't know if any of you all played that.
Not familiar.
It's like Zelda-esque, but it's also very like surrealistic and dreamlike and all about like social alienation and things like that. It's pretty good. It definitely it was a bit frustrating story-wise because there isn't really a story. It's just themes. Like it's primarily a vibe-based game. And sometimes it works, and other times it's just like, okay, like I'm in this black and white town and then stabbing people. Okay, why? Like, what is the purpose of this? But overall, I quite liked it. I like how when you finish it, it unlocks like a whole bunch of like you unlock a weapon where you can like literally swap entities in the world with like different ones, so you can like turn walls into roads and walk down them. And they hide some really fun Easter eggs with those kinds of systems. Yeah, it's fun. It was a fun little palate cleanser after so much shooters lately.
Fair.
And then I just recently restarted Reciteer for the first time in like what, decades?
Nice. That was a fun one. Yeah, we were talking about that
Yeah,
earlier.
very very charming.
Yeah.
Attitude hate. Can DNF 2011 assets / enemies go into okay, are you saying 2001 assets enemies go into 2011 or 2011 assets enemies go into 2001?
No idea, probably. Depending on how you import them.
Yeah.
You would have to go to Blender anyway.
Yeah. Like, I think 2011 to 2001. Yeah, I mean, I want to say someone's demonstrated like you can port over textures and stuff. The problem is that a lot of 2011's assets use different booleans, like mover EX instead of movers, which are much more complicated, and we have no idea how they really work. So, like, you might be able to port an asset in, but it wouldn't really be able to do anything. Yeah, 2011 is still using Unreal Engine 1. I can assure you it's not UE 2.5. There's a pretty decent video in our channel, Ben, done by, I forget who did the video, but it kind of walks you through how Duke Ed works.
Oh,
Because like a
Shiv
lot of the
actually has a
Duke Ed
video
stuff,
on
yeah, the Unreal Ed one.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of stuff you can just learn by watching Unreal Ed 1 and 2 videos. And then like the DNF exclusive things are, for the most part, pretty easy to figure out. And it's always the best way to start is just by doing something. Make like a box and put an enemy in it, and there you go. You're started already. Something I do wish gets changed is some wall textures being turned to actual parts of the map, like textures of closed off restaurants in the casino map. October, you can probably comment on that.
Repeat, I wasn't listening.
Turning some of the textures and say like a casino and buffet that like have the closed off restaurants and stuff into actual geometry.
There's some possible plan, like Liquid and I are looking into that.
Yeah.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name here, but Dink, there has been a ton of research done into 2011, and it is Unreal Engine 1.
Yeah, it's Unreal Engine 1 that's been modified.
If it was 2.5, it would be doing a whole lot of things a lot more efficiently. Like you might be getting tricked by the renderer. Like the renderer is all custom code, but like at its core, it is in fact UE1.
That's a hit package. I don't remember where these are. Well, it's fine for now.
Otacon, you've watched the Fallout show a bit, right?
I've watched it all. I watched it
Awesome.
through its entirety. Yeah.
I'm up to episode 4. I haven't started episode 5 yet, but I've gone from being a bit cold on it to really liking it.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah, no, I'm really liking where the series is going, and I'm liking the tone it has.
Yeah. No, I'm honestly, I don't think people are exaggerating when they say it is the best adaptation of a game to
Yeah.
the
Like
best
I had not
adaptation
seen the
of
Last of
comics
Us
to a game
show,
so far.
but from what I understand, Last of Us kind of just adapts the first game kind of straight.
Yeah, for the most part.
But the Fallout show almost seems like what I like about it is it's not just 3 and 4; it's all Fallouts are in there,
Mm-hmm.
and when it very clearly is referencing like old Fallout, my brain releases serotonin, and it feels great. And it's even better when the show has like new ideas, like the way they treat feral ghouls and how like the way they degenerate is actually like really humanizing. Yeah, funny and brutal at the same time. Absolutely.
No, yeah. I really like the setups they do and the mystery they tell do a really good job too, as far as
Yeah.
like knowing like I don't know, like I won't spoil anything, but
No.
knowing like the twists and turns and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only just gotten past the part where some exploring is done
Okay.
and some
Yeah.
revelations are made.
Right, but still barely any.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could not. I couldn't. I couldn't solve. I could not solve that before they revealed it.
Yeah.
I think this is what I want.
No, never played the Fallout games. That should make me go buy Fallout 4. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a lot of fun to be had in Fallout 4. I mean, I have my problems with it, but like there's also a lot of good things that game does.
Excuse me. I thought there
Now,
was.
New Vegas, no, I'm not going to.
I thought there was a bud bot like their screens were turned off screen.
So yep, I heard that too, but it sounds like that was a bit of confusion, and the show still treats all games before it as canon. Fash, we changed the name of Plantation to Treasure Island a long time ago because yeah, we all agree that not great. We might use some of those assets later on for a joke at their expense, but nothing is set in stone.
Oh, joke at whose expense?
What, at the plantation's expense.
Oh, yeah. We do still have. We do still plan on working that somehow, but it just won't be exactly the same.
No. This is going to sound absolutely ridiculous. I've never played Bethesda games because I hated the movements really floaty. I don't disagree.
I get it.
The locomotion in Fallout 4 is a lot better than other ones, but it still is. It leaves a lot to be desired. And then I tried playing 76, and I don't know if I was playing it like at a bad time for the servers, or I didn't take a patch right or something, but I hit W on my keyboard and I moved half a second later. It felt horrible.
I've never had it be that bad.
So I don't know, like I'll probably try it again at some point, but I was really just like grossed out.
I could have sworn there was another texture for the bud bot's eyes.
I think I know which one you're talking about, but I don't know what it would be.
Bigger bud theory. Bud with 3Ds. Oh hell yeah, Ben! I'm super interested in the Indiana Jones game. That looks fantastic.
Oh, you giving the bud bot have nice. Don't give them the servers.
Otacon.
I'm sorry, what?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Don't give the bad bot the starburst.
Well, the buds can update their audio. The sound quality makes it a little ear piercing. Oh God.
There it is.
They look like when they're charging.
You know what? Sure.
I don't know.
I believe the plan is to kind of address any kind of audio problems and try to make them as good as we can by the time we ship. We also don't want to like change too much about like the audio in the game because there's still a lot of like great sound effects and things that like we think are part of the overall aesthetic of DNF that we're very happy with. But there's definitely stuff that we can change. Like for example, the RPG loading sound is literally just like what's it? It's just a shotgun sound.
Yep.
Yeah. So giving it its own dedicated sound and things like that. Like that's definitely what we plan to do. Are you talking about Youngblood, Ben?
I guess that's okay.
So,
Oh, how did that get changed?
Yeah, you can easily fix that back. Or it happens to me too.
we do plan on expanding the EDS Soldier VA to have some more like combat barks and stuff, but that hasn't been implemented yet.
No.
Yeah, just to remember that any VA you hear on the stream is very much not representative of the final product because VA is not something that is going to be focused on at this stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Like if Liquid was going to talk with that one maiden study earlier, you would have heard, "Put your weapon on the tray, stud," from the Slickwell because that sounds
Yeah.
good to have.
Yeah, you want placeholder VO. You don't want to have like, you know.
You don't want to. You want people to work on stuff that is basically not going to require them to come in like a week later and like, oh yeah, we changed this by the way. Could you record
Exactly.
this?
Yeah. Or even worse, have them record stuff, realize, oh no, we have to change all these things, and then have to like kit bash audio into a new scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lino. Oh, I love Wolfenstein 2, Ben. I thought that game was great.
Oh,
Just
that's
remember to
actually
use
cool, too.
actual voice actors for stuff.
Yes. Once again,
It is especially scummy when people use dead voice actors to make AI covers for that stuff. As we've seen time and again,
mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Not at
No,
all.
no, they really don't, and they will call your ass out if they catch you.
There's only very rare cases of that being ethically done, and that's when the people who actually go and do that consult the families and stuff for it.
Yes.
And they sort something out with them.
Yes.
Okay.
Punch Card Puzzle Wolf 2. I'm trying to remember what those were. Are you talking about the Enigma machine stuff? Okay, yeah. I should go back to Wolf 2, but I just feel like I have so many games I would like to be playing. I mean, I love Wolfenstein 2, but I played it like when it came out. I finished it and I loved it, and I don't really want to play through it again, even though I like an entire because I went with Wyatt, not Fergus, on my first playthrough. And I don't know how much Fergus changes things, but
Interesting.
yeah.
Why
I
can't
think
I
there's like a
find it?
whole different. You get like different weapons and stuff, mechanics.
Interesting.
Yeah. R2D2 looks nice.
There we go.
There's still a lot of cool stuff in AAA, Ben, but like, yeah, I think people would be much better served if they looked outside of it. So I kind of agree with you on that one. What's frustrating is when people won't even try to look outside and like or like try things that like don't look like graphically amazing or don't have like voice acting or something. It's just like just give it a shot. You might love it.
I'm just gonna move him for now.
Well, that's more a problem of like production scaling than anything. Ben's talking about how every generation of console, the creativity has like been stymied more and more. Like, yeah, that's more of a problem of just how do you make games at the scale that your audience expects you to make them, while also like trying to innovate in terms of design.
Okay, so that's just a normal one there. This is the
Fesh,
inverse puzzle. I know it took us a while to get there. I can't stand this thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in favor of making this puzzle be like, okay, you want to like skip this chunk of content, like make it easier, you have to do this. Yeah, this is the inverse puzzle,
Hey, I
Seba.
got it.
Nice.
And then this is the normal power bypass puzzle.
Much better. Fesh asks, if I were to make a Dino 2001 mod for Doom, would I be allowed to use some of the Restoration Project assets with credit, of course? Seeing as like most of the assets are 3D realms, I mean, you probably don't need to credit us quite yet. I mean,
It depends on which assets you go
Depending
in.
on which asset you're
exactly.
using.
Yeah. Yeah. But I appreciate the request.
I like this, but I don't understand how this is the desk one. Like, what makes this desk?
Because it goes curved. It's
Oh, it's
kind of
supposed
curve
to
it down.
be.
Yeah, you just spawn it like this, but you would have to turn it around.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of like, yeah, you're sitting down and looking down and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or there's other ways you can specifically use this, and it's not just that. Like, if you look in where the fuse puzzle is, they're basically using one of these to show the fuse.
Progress is ongoing, Lino. We have mostly been focusing on redoing chapter 1, but we still have people working on, like, say, chapter 2, chapter 4, etc.
Things take time to cook properly.
I think the piercing sound change, I think that was us. Because in the leak, yeah, it has that Hollywood silencer sound effect.
Pew pew.
You know
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I want to say that was us.
I mean, it had to have been.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, folks in the chat, what have y'all been playing lately? Let's I'm curious.
Oops, I just accidentally created a couple boxes over here. Maybe they didn't get made.
We love state machines.
I have still trying to bind.
Trying to bind what?
I said I've still been trying to find something that just grabs me enough to play through it. Really.
Yeah. You should play more Prey 2017.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That is what I hear.
I mean, shit, you should just stream it or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I suppose it could be. People can watch me flounder about in another game.
Yeah. Been binging Tomb Raider's main mod series, and after all that, I'm going to learn to be a VTuber. Hell yeah, that sounds like a great time. Vash says mainly been doing modding shenanigans. Very fun. Ben recently played Man Eater. That's a fun game.
Not familiar with that one.
PS2 game called Ghost Hunter the Silent's been playing. Is that the first person one? Because if so, that game is sick. It's astonishing to me that like how many like giant games on the PS2 there were that like nowadays no one even remembers the names of. Like all these games probably had like so much marketing money poured into them, but they came out in the wake of some other like world class release that changed everything.
Yeah.
Third person one by the Cambridge studio. Okay, that might not be the one I'm thinking of. Man, poor Cambridge.
Ion Fury is one I really should like try to finish giving an actual go through to. Especially because I've heard that Aftershock is more interesting.
Yeah. Still dying for a Dark Watch sequel, buddy. Me too. Dark Watch feels like one of those games that, like, within the next 18 months is going to have a Night Dive remaster. It's very Stephen Kick coded. I want to say he's even like publicly said he's been willing to do it. Like, who would own Dark Watch? Would that be Microsoft at this point? Because High Moon Studios?
Why did it stop creating path nodes?
Yeah, Phantom Fury is next week, isn't it?
I think it's in 2 days.
Holy shit.
I am looking forward to dig into that one for a bunch of reasons that you can probably expect.
All right, so
I'm sure
I guess that Phantom Fury stream will be next weekend then.
Hell, why not?
In 1 day and 21 hours specifically, I am very curious on how their take on the NF 2001 is going to be.
I hope they
I'm
go in
very-
different directions too. I hope it's not just.
I mean, let's be completely real, yeah. We are already
know.
seeing. We can already see.
I know, but I want to be nice to them.
And I mean, this is not us not being nice. That's me
Yeah.
saying that it's transparent as fuck.
It
That it's
is.
DNF 2001,
It is, yeah.
and I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta have this
But-
be interpolation points.
But I will be honest and just say that I'm not looking for the fun. I'm looking to see what they did with the elements.
Yeah, for
I'm-
sure. Like,
it's
how
a-
do they design this?
This is a research project.
For sure.
Fun is secondary. There is fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, my ass has recently ordered the Quantum Break Collector's Edition off Amazon because it's the only Remedy
Ow.
game I haven't played yet.
My cat basically responded to you saying Quantum Break Collector Edition.
So basically, the 2001 Restoration Project team plays the 2001 Recreation Project. Yeah, I mean, basically.
Recreation.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best way I want to go about doing this? I don't know.
Oh, you got a Dreamcast your birthday, Slynth? Hell yeah. Blue Stinger, Sonic Adventure. Oh, Blue Stinger. That's That's a game I remember seeing screenshots of in Insight Video Gaming and being like, there is no way graphics will ever look better than this. That's a real person there. And then you try to play it and the controls are just, and the HUD and everything about it. Yeah, nuts game, absolutely.
Dope.
Aw.
I should play Sonic Adventure for the first time. Oh no!
Wait, you haven't played it?
I
You're a Dreamcast fan?
know. I know. I am a fake Sega fan. I'll follow my sword. I have never finished a Sonic game. I've touched plenty of them, but I've never finished one. Never rolled credits on one. And because I have a broken and diseased brain, I have had the alarming recurring thought of what if I played every Sonic game?
God fuck.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
that can't be too long of a project, right?
Play like this.
I mean, they're all
Because
kind of short.
yeah, I mean, like, I'm not playing 100% of them or anything, but like, it'd be nice to let's like play through them all.
As long as you're not trying to 100% them, because some of them,
No,
every level's like
Play original Sonic 06, you
too long.
coward.
I will.
On stream.
God. Okay.
Sonic 06 truly is the Duke Nukem Forever of Sonic.
No comment.
What?
Can we get Akon for our game too then?
I just say that because, like, you can see that there was something there, but
Yeah.
something fell apart.
Yeah. Because like it was supposed to be like I've heard mixed thoughts on this, but like it was basically supposed to be Adventure 3 at one point, right?
Sort of, yeah. It uses a lot of the same concepts, but also ditches a lot of them at the same
Yeah.
time.
And then like it was also supposed to be like a lot less linear.
I think it was more linear.
But like the original design before they had to scale everything back.
Oh. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, what a tragedy that game is.
Yep.
So God, you know what? God bless the people who are trying to rebuild that in the Unleashed engine. Or they no, they I thought they moved to like a dedicated like Unity branch at this point.
Probably have more luck there. I don't think the Unleash engine was ever fully, like, put out with tools.
Yeah. Project
Oh
06
boy.
is Unity? Okay. Alright.
I mean, it hasn't stopped people in the past, I guess, right?
No, God no. I mean, someone was talking about Tomb Raider mods recently, and like Tomb Raider didn't have an editor until like what 2000, but people were still making stuff for it until then.
I mean, there's still some games that are uncracked to this day that I'm a little upset about. Like, the original Dead Rising, there's no way to mod it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was one of the reasons I really was so anti-console for the longest time, is because like I grew up with games being something that you could mold into something else very easily. So the idea of like, no, these games are locked down forever, they will never change, seemed like anathema to me. And it's so funny because like the only difference between me and like, millions of other people is that I grew up with a PC instead of like a SNES or something. Like, and I wonder what that would have done for my perception of what gaming is. Because I know there are people out there who think that like completely conversely, that mods are actually like should not be part of games because they go against the designer's wishes. And like I personally have trouble understanding that idea.
Well,
But also, I get it.
yeah. No, I feel you.
Like the idea is like house rules should not be something that's respected. Like, yeah, it's interesting. Adventure 3 is Shadow the Hedgehog. 2006 is Adventure 4, and the next 3D one after that was Adventure 5.
I don't know about that. Maybe. I don't know. Shadow the Hedgehog's a game.
I mean, it's the year of Shadow the Hedgehog, so we have to pay our respects at some point.
It feels like it's that every year. Like, I thought last year it was, too.
I'm looking forward to Johnny's Hovland voice in.
Yeah!
Can't believe
Neo is
two-
fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. Hell yes.
There's now 2 cyberpunk actors also in Sonic.
Yep. Shadow
was that
asking,
one-
why do you come?
I swear I seen this meme on Twitter about I'm looking forward to Shadow's iconic line, put this iron in your mouth and pull the trigger.
Johnny Silverhand saying, this is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
Exactly. I wonder if they killed Shadow's dog and that's why he turned like that.
Oh my god. I should watch those movies.
The Sonic movies?
You
Yeah.
should put them on them. You
I
know,
should what?
Go,
on
go, go,
context.
go, go.
The cinema.
Oh god.
You should play them. You should put them. Should be a time eventually when you're gonna have to go through them, and it's very worth to do that too. They're really good.
Put Sonic the Hedgehog versus Sonic the Hedgehog 2 versus the Super Mario Bros. Movie from 1992. There you go. God, I love that Super Mario Brothers movie. It sucks so much, but
The
I love
Mario Brothers. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it does.
it. It's an insane movie.
It is such a weird thing, because it's like,
It's Blade Runner for kids.
yeah, this isn't Mario. This is just you put Mario-ish person into this scenario.
And Nintendo is cowards for not making a game based on it. Like, why does Shigeru Miyamoto have to deal with dystopian Mushroom Kingdom?
Yeah. Mario's iconic bullet bill boots.
Yep.
Iconic 7.
Oh yeah, the behind the scenes stuff I've read about it, Ben. It's incredible. Like the most dysfunctional thing imaginable.
When I heard the sets were like a sauna to be in any of them.
Oh yeah.
Perpetual smoke.
Yep. It starts to make sense where everyone was just drinking heavily the entire time. Rest in peace, Bob Hoskins. Hell of an actor. Same to Dennis Hopper. What was a quote Dennis gave where he was like, his son was like, "Why'd you do that movie? Like, it sucks. I hate it." And he was like, "Well, I did it so you can get new shoes."
Do you know Danny DeVito was gonna apparently be Mario before?
I know! That would have been
would've-
so good.
It's too bad we'll never probably get that outside of like maybe a parody.
Yeah.
All right.
John Leguizamo broke Bob Hoskins' hand on day one. Yeah. That was kind of set the mood going forward. I like that John Leguizamo is still proud of that movie. Like he apparently like still talks to fans and like interacts with them. Like, what a solid guy. Yes, Mojo Nixon was in the Mario movie. Yes, as one of the Goombas, wasn't it?
I don't remember any Goombas talking.
I think it was because like they get transformed into like non-verbal enemies, but before they're just guys.
Oh.
What if Goombas were just dudes?
It's a couple of
Is
guys
that-
trying to work some stuff out.
Exactly. Who doesn't hate Steven Seagal, honestly?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, fuck Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Like, look,
It's
Under
pretty
Siege is a
obnoxious.
fun movie, but who fuck Steven Seagal?
What was the movie he had like a stuntman just for walking down the stairs?
Oh, God.
There's like that sniper movie.
Yes.
Sniper Special Ops, that's its name.
That's such a name.
Yeah, that's like bargain bin video game.
I was just about to say, that's like a value soft title. Fred Olin Ray directed that? Oh my god. I mean, Fred Olin Ray will direct literally anything you tell him to. Everyone go watch Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. Fantastic film, legitimately. Gonna shout out to Space Ice on YouTube. His commentary on movies. Movies kept me alive through COVID. I watched a lot of Film Joy during COVID. That got me through a lot of it. I loved Film Joy, which I used to be called Movies with Mikey, I think, which is run by the former narrative director for Gearbox. He is incredibly funny and charming. Yeah. They just put out a new video actually on what? MGM's like 100 years of history. That's apparently really good. Need to watch.
I
So,
swear there was one
Gearbox-
point where we made this into a switch that activated this, but it's long since gone.
Oh dear.
Wait, wasn't looking. What did you?
I swear there used to be a switch that opened up this door. This little secret right here.
That's probably before. That was probably before I even got to test this ages ago when I was a still play tester.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't remember this ever being a thing.
What, this?
This opening.
That's always been a thing.
I know it opens, but not with a button.
Oh, that's fair.
It was just
What were you saying about Gearbox? Sorry.
So Ben asks, is Gearbox dead now? I'm so confused. So Gearbox is, based on my understanding, they are going to be rolled into an internal studio within Take-Two. So they will not really be independent anymore. They're fully owned by Take-Two and become just another branch studio. Like, consider how Respawn is like part of EA. Lino's asking, has anyone found a solution to adding, is that Dog Nukem Forever or Doog pick to the game's custom main menu backgrounds? Okay, so you're trying to make a new custom menu background. Is that what you're asking, Lino?
Definitely doable.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there's instructions on how to do it or not.
I think there is in like the leak. Like there's a text file that goes over that.
I think you're right. Hey, October, do you remember where the meshes are that replace these?
Let me look. Place these.
And do they have an
Wall
active
mounts.
class?
See generic wall mount. They don't have an active class.
Okay.
Asked about the server last year. Okay. We're probably just got super busy. Apologies for that.
Yeah.
Now, Ben. We don't Don't yuck anyone's yum. Whatever someone chooses to put as their wallpaper in DNF is between them and themselves only.
So what's it under? I'm sorry.
C generic. It's a C generic. It's a wall mount, so you just scroll all the way to the bottom. Show meshes and scroll. There's a red version, which is probably what you want, but you'll see it. Scroll up. What? What?
Speaking of custom content, how did it work?
It's not this
Because
one.
I wasn't around when like Unreal
It's called
1
this wall mount.
multiplayer was all the rage. How did custom models for your player work?
Oh man.
Jeez, I used to know.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm looking at
controlled
one of them
through
right
through a file.
See generic light wall mount. Light. It starts with an L.
The multiplayer MDS file, I think is what it is.
I remember that being for like OG Unreal though. I remember the procedure for OG Unreal being far simpler.
Oh, possibly. I thought they were talking about for our build.
No. The chat allow hyper L words. What's a hyper L word?
I don't know what that means, but I will say that if you have to ask if you can say a word, you
Yeah,
probably shouldn't be
maybe
saying
not.
it.
Will I be able to play as Gus multiplayer? You already can.
Yeah, you already can. Yeah, I've got no idea what.
links.
Oh.
Probably not. If you have links to show us, just post it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Gotta remember the SOS is in the eyes of Duke. Duke would totally have boobs in this background.
Sure.
I feel like he'd alternate between like boobs and like lifted trucks and like you know that like that old PlayStation 3 dynamic theme, which I think is also on PS4, where it's just like hyper realistic like buttered corn just rotating.
No.
You know the one I'm thinking of? Okay.
No.
I think it's just called hot buttered corn or something. But that's what I remember.
Fuck.
That's what I'd imagine his like background to be. Is this constantly rotating like lovingly buttered corn on the cob?
Live feed of a microwave turntable.
The Subway Surfers. He just got that knife game.
One lens Subway Surfer, other lens fucking
Family Guy funny moments.
Yeah.
So Liquid, I believe the scale for that model, I use it at 2. So the draw scale, you might want to increase that to have it match to the brush more.
Why is
Yeah,
this
Duke's
brush
got like the
still here?
spinning rat with the Freebird solo. We're just building Gen Alpha Duke over here. What if Duke Nukem had ADHD?
What if Duke Nukem grew up as iPad baby?
What if Duke Nukem was iPad baby?
Fuck.
Ben, I'm not reading that out, but that's also very funny.
You said draw scale 2?
Yeah.
Lino, just post it in no mic in the Discord, and we'll take a look at it. Okay. Like I know it's a message link, but just post that in the Discord. That we'll be able to find it better. There's a GZ Doom game on itch called iPad Baby, which is just like
It's something.
it's kind of like surrealist horror with like
Okay.
noise music the entire time, and you're running into these like grotesque people who just talk about like how healthy they're living, and you're trying to like give items to people, and you just have an iPad up all the entire time, and the map is like, what if the Windows screensaver, but like all like the maze textures were like teeth.
I don't know how that part exactly relates to the iPad baby, but you know.
No, I get it. In my head, I get it. I can't explain why either, but
Boy.
you can do so much stuff with the computer nowadays. Look at that gentle placement.
Okay, I'm messing with it, I guess. I think I've only got 2 more.
Corn Love. That's what the theme was called.
Corn love. Kids say the corniest things. You didn't have to laugh at that.
Listening to corn while eating corn with cornrows.
You know,
I think I realized the other day that the only like I don't think corn is good. I don't know, like
I mean,
I tried listening to one of their albums for the first time in my life, and it was just like
okay.
It was Life is Peachy. That's what I listened to.
Okay, all right, hang on. So now this is different. This is different now. You've changed.
Okay, we're talking about the band Corn, not the
No,
not the
I knew you were talking
Corn.
about the band Corn.
Okay.
You were talking about the band Corn.
I
But
didn't.
from the perspective of I've never listened to any of their music and I'm just trying it now as a 30-year-old man is different
Yes.
than I listened to this when I was like 14.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I listened to Follow the Leader like for a bit when I was like new.
Sure.
But like it didn't do anything for me then, and like now I'm a bit more softer on it, but it just like Adidas is an okay song. I don't think I'm going to have the turn on it the way I did with Limp Bizkit, where I ended up actually liking some Limp Bizkit records.
That's
I know.
probably fair.
I know. I know. I probably should listen to a different Korn record. I've heard people say Life is Peachy is not a very good one.
See, I don't
But I
even know
also
where to go, like for myself right now, because like I hate Adidas. So those look pretty sharp,
there you go.
and they're better for the BSP.
Yay! Let's hear it for meshes, everyone.
They may not be static. But
I
they work.
refrain. Yeah, but there will be one day.
One day.
Will be us.
I think I'm
Yeah,
also like anti-Korn because I recently watched a really good documentary on Ministry, and it had like a whole bunch of like musicians interviewing, like the documentary was interviewing like to talk about Al Jorgensen, who was the lead singer of Ministry, and like how crazy he was back in the '90s.
Yeah.
And every time Jonathan Davis would come on, he just sounded like the biggest baby ever. Like, just so whiny, and like I want to shove him in a locker.
You
Like,
know,
compared to like the guy from
Why
Jesus
you
Lizard.
Why you bully?
I just look. I can't help it. I just have this genetic urge. Like when he starts speaking, it's like
ETPC.
I don't know if I've seen any
Hi.
of the interviews with him. To be fair, not to justify what you're saying.
I'm also just trying to get people to like. The only Korn song I've known is there. I've ruined it. Korn kicks in. What the hell are you talking about, Lino?
Sounds like it's a YouTube poop.
Okay. All right.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and like defend Korn to like my bating breath, but I like some of their music.
I mean, again, like I'm not sitting here saying it's awful. It's just like when I compare to someone like Deftones or anyone else in the new metal genre, I find them to just I don't know. Maybe it's just a matter of that record not being the right one. Maybe I should just try listening to Issues or something. Because Issues is the one with Blind on it, right?
I don't know. They're one I'm not really good with the album names on.
Yeah.
Some bands I'm really on top of that. They're not one of them.
Ask me anything about a Nine Inch Nails record, and I will talk for fucking hours.
I mean, I know the. I feel ya. I know the release. I shouldn't say I know it. I used to know, and may still know the release dates and order of release days and order of release of every Chili Peppers album.
I feel it. What's your favorite Chili Peppers record?
What's my favorite one? One Red Hot
Yeah.
Minute.
Okay.
And then probably Stadium Arcadium.
What are your thoughts on Californication?
That's my least favorite.
Really?
Chili Peppers album. Yeah, but I also don't. I also just get burned out of stuff that gets played a lot. Like I don't
That's
like.
fair.
I skip Danny California every time it comes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Like
feel you.
I don't, and like I don't like the Californication song itself. It's like I'm trying to think of what else is on Californication. Is that like
Sidewinder?
Zephyr?
Yeah, Zephyr. Cool Zephyr.
Is that the one that begins with "All Around the World," or is that or is that "By the Way"? I think that's by the way.
Hang on. Californication begins with Around the World, yeah.
Okay. So
Oh,
even
no
when I say
Sidewinder
it's
on it.
my least favorite, that doesn't
Mhm.
mean I hate the album. I still
Right.
really dig the album, but it's just like, yeah, I guess it's like the weakest one, I guess, for me personally. The earliest ones are harder to listen to too, I guess too.
Yeah. Also, Zephyr's on By the Way, so I would like we're probably
Oh,
gonna get people
okay.
in the comments like suggesting like we're fake Chili
And I'm
Peppers.
actually a
Well,
fake Chili Peppers
you.
fan. I don't actually own all of their CDs.
Which is the one with Sidewinder? Because I like that song. It's like probably one of their heaviest songs. One Hot Minute. I'm just in a Wikipedia hole. It's not that one.
First Chili Peppers song was "The Power of Equality." Yeah, there you go. That's off of Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yeah.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic, I think, is the first album that I got exposed to too. March
I mean
Command.
that album is gigantic.
Yeah, and it's fantastic, and it's like kind of symbolizes a turning point in their career too.
Mm-hmm.
Fake Chili Peppers fan, my ass. I paid
No
$200
Smoking
to
Poster
go
cracked
see
me
a
up.
fucking ticket. They're the most expensive band I've ever gone and seen.
Oh, really?
By far.
How much were tickets?
I believe, all said and done, we had nosebleed tickets for $200 a piece.
What?
Yeah, dude. I'm talking like shitty, like you can barely see the stage, like nosebleeds.
I am. Holy shit! That is way too much money.
Way too much money.
I saw Nine Inch Nails in 2007, and it was $50 for like really good seats, and that to this day is one of the most amazing shows I've ever been part of.
Dude, and we bought those tickets ahead of time too. It wasn't even like
Oh
we
my
waited or
God.
anything. Yeah, man. And the second most expensive tickets were probably the King Gizzard tickets I didn't even get to go to.
Aw.
Yeah, I got refunded though. But even then, I think those were only like 65 or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's like
50 a piece.
that's far more of a reasonable price.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the concert was great. Like, you know, for what it's
Like,
worth.
did they put in like a lot of like production values into them?
Yeah.
Okay.
They put a lot of production value into it. The light show is really good. I couldn't tell you what the bands that opened for them were, but they were pretty good too.
Okay. Also, the Sidewinder song I was thinking of is not called Sidewinder; it's called Parallel Universe. That song is cool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was like trying to figure out like what the hell song am I thinking of?
Trying to see if
I'm in Australia. I expect to pay $200 for a ticket. Oh, jeez.
it's rough, mate.
So, how much would like a ticket like Big Day Out be then?
Okay, there's no hotel sign for the cleaner bot access. Hold on, I'll check. You could call it tedium, but we'll call it a lesson in optimization.
That's how things get shipped. Sometimes you can't just work on the cool, sexy, fun new features.
I don't know. I want to work on the cool, new, fun, sexy feature, but I'm feeling a little slowing down a little bit. That's all.
I feel you. I feel you. I mean, we can start winding down if you want. I mean, we've been going for almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah, probably. We're probably about there.
Yeah. Oh, one record I've been listening to a lot recently, and October, I think I've mentioned this to you, but Rat Wars, the health record. God damn, that's a good record.
Yep, I listened to that one. Mm-hmm.
Really, really good record, and hearing it out of my stereo and just having the drums in Demigods just like rattle my windows. It's like, hell yes. I need to see them live. I wanted to go to the one in Toronto, but like I just couldn't figure out like transportation up there. You think if I went to a health show and I got like the Health Plus thing, I could get Johnny to say always bet on Duke?
Probably.
Well, waking up at 6:30 to watch us. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Time zones are a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah,
8 Day
right.
is now canceled because of low ticket sales. Wow, really?
All right, stupid American question, but do Australians find things like Michael Cusack as funny as I do? Michael Cusack.
Answer now, Australia.
Answer now, Australia. It's one of those kind of dumb questions, I guess, but I don't know. Michael Cusack is an animator. He did things like YOLO Crystal Fantasy, Koala
And
Man,
now he's working on
and Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
He's also did he did like Rick and Morty's Bushwhack Adventures. That was also Michael Cusack.
Oh, God, yes. Classic Bushwhack Adventure.
But fair enough.
We just assumed he was like a king over there.
Yeah, you know. I mean, to be fair, it's not the highest of brows of comedy for
No. Rick and Morty's all right.
Yeah, it can be.
I enjoyed the first 3 seasons. How many seasons has it had so far?
I think it's on its 5th or 6th.
I think I watched either 3 or 4 seasons with
the 4th
my old
season is with
roommates.
like the sex dragons and stuff like that.
I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I'm not complaining about it. I've enjoyed it. I watched basically all of them. In fact, I would even say that the newest season is probably better than the last one was as well.
I have heard that.
I'm sorry, Lurker.
No, it's fine. I remember the first time seeing it was when they decided to play it during the time the Samurai Jack finale was meant to play.
Oh.
Classic Adult Swim, Jape.
Yeah. I don't know, they seem to be better nowadays with not doing that.
Were people like really pissed off?
Yeah, I mean Samurai Jack's ending was significant, and to just be like,
yeah,
nope, we're playing Rick and Morty all day, no stops of the same episode.
Wow, okay, that's kind of a lot then.
And Ben, it's not even making fun of the Aussies because again, Michael Cusack is Australian, so I guess maybe it is making fun of the Aussies, but it's like self-inflicted.
Yeah.
I do like that they've learned with Smiling Friends not to like wait a whole month or something for it to be on streaming. It's just like day after now.
Oh, that's what they're that's what they're
'Cause that
gonna
was
do.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
When's it premiering?
Well, for the longest time, it was like only available on the DirecTV app. Like you had to go through, or the Adult Swim app. You had to like go through the Adult Swim app in order to access it. That's how they wanted to do it for a while. I think like
Yeah.
AT&T or somebody like that, probably was like, "Hey, this is the only way you can do that," or gave funding, and that was their stipulation. It
Yeah.
comes out May 14th.
Okay. I appreciate a show where you can watch an entire season in about 2 hours.
Yeah, hour and a half, really.
Yeah. I remember one time I was really bored. I started watching Smiling Friends, and my dad came in and was like, "What are you watching?" And I said, "Oh, I'm watching Smiling Friends. Do you want to watch it?" And we ended up watching the entire season. And he was just like, "I think I need to like calm down after that."
Yeah.
First time I saw Smiling Friends was in VR chat. That's a pretty
I
awesome
mean,
place to
yeah,
see.
that about tracks.
I have a friend who keeps wanting me to do VR chat stuff, and I really need to because it seems like a lot of fun. But
One day.
yeah, like they keep inviting me to like beginners events, and like I keep meaning to go, but then I just
One
They have
day.
events for beginners.
yeah, there's like a group that's like all about like, hey,
Getting
is this your
people into
first
it.
time doing this? Like, come hang out with us. We're chill.
Shit, I just got thrown at the wall and had to figure it out.
It's okay. Just thrown to the sharks.
Yeah. Still don't fully grasp it, but I'm getting by.
It's like
Anyway.
trying to learn how to move while someone's having an orgy on the couch or whatever.
Or whatever.
Anything's possible.
You can do so much with the computer nowadays.
Yep.
We have technology.
Yep. Hey, no shame people who do sex stuff with VR. Good power to them.
There's nobody for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Wins wins.
I think this is a good spot to call it for today. I know we showed off some stuff we've already seen, but we showed off some new stuff with the new enemy AI and some of the further refinement to the penthouse. And
Yeah, like,
yeah,
things are moving.
Yeah,
Things are moving.
for sure.
Just remember that things take time. Never forget things take time. You don't want things to get rushed out of the door.
right.
Exactly. These things, they take time.
Yeah, we're also talking about doing 2 streams this month. We're going to do another stream next week. That stream next
Yep.
week, though, it sounds like might be us playing Phantom Fury. So
We might do like, depending on what we have, we might do like a little bit of show up. We probably
Yeah.
won't do much dev then.
yeah, it depends on what happens in the next week or so. You know what I mean, as far
Yeah.
as like progress on maps and stuff like that goes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we will see you guys next Sunday.
Before we do the sign off, let me at least come out of the side ready. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. Definitely appreciate everybody coming out. We had a pretty good turnout today.
Yeah.
And other than the other background stuff, this whole Streambox thing seemed this whole capture card thing seemed to work out pretty well. Hopefully, everything looks out good on the feedback here, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching this in the archive, do let us know, like in the comments about the audio and any suggestions you had to further improve things. 'Cause we do listen to those, as you can see.
And I will try to make sure that well, this doesn't affect people watching right now, or I guess to inform people right now too. I'll try to get this up in the next like week or so. No more
Cool.
long delays. But yeah, long and slow goodbye. Keep it easy, folks. Thanks again for joining us.
Hell yeah. Take it easy, everyone.
See you around.
Later.